Food storage is a critical aspect of emergency preparedness and long-term survival. Whether you're preparing for natural disasters, economic instability, or simply want to be self-sufficient, knowing how to properly store food for extended periods can make all the difference. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore the best foods to store and the most effective methods for long-term food preservation. Let's begin with the importance of long-term food storage. Having a well-stocked food supply ensures that you and your family can sustain yourselves during times of crisis, when access to fresh food may be limited or non-existent. It provides peace of mind and security, knowing that you have the resources to weather unexpected challenges. Now let's dive into the best foods for long-term storage. These are items that have a long shelf life and retain their nutritional value over time. First on our list are grains and rice. These staples can last for decades when stored properly. White rice in particular can stay good for up to 30 years when kept in the right conditions. Whole grains like wheat, oats, and corn are also excellent choices, providing essential carbohydrates and fiber. Next, we have dried beans and legumes. These protein-packed foods can last for 10 to 30 years when stored correctly. They're versatile, nutritious, and take up relatively little space. Lentils, pinto beans, black beans, and chickpeas are all great options to consider. Canned goods are another cornerstone of long-term food storage. They have a shelf life of 2 to 5 years and offer a wide variety of options, from fruits and vegetables to meats and soups. Look for low-sodium varieties when possible to maintain better health during extended periods of reliance on stored food. Dehydrated and freeze-dried foods have gained popularity in recent years due to their long shelf life and lightweight nature. These foods can last anywhere from 10 to 25 years and retain most of their nutritional value. They're especially useful for adding variety to your food storage, as you can find everything from fruits and vegetables to full meals in freeze-dried form. Oils and fats are essential for cooking and providing necessary calories. While they don't last as long as some other foods, certain oils like coconut oil and olive oil can last for 2 to 5 years when stored properly. Ghee, or clarified butter, can last even longer, up to 10 years, when kept in an airtight container. Don't forget about salt, sugar, and honey. These items not only add flavor to your stored foods, but also serve important preservation functions. Salt is a natural preservative and lasts indefinitely. Sugar, when kept dry, can last for decades. Honey is known for its eternal shelf life, remaining edible for thousands of years if stored properly. Now that we've covered the best foods to store, let's discuss the various methods of food storage. Canning is a time-tested method that involves sealing food in airtight containers and processing them to eliminate bacteria. Home canning can preserve fruits, vegetables, meats, and even complete meals for 1 to 5 years, depending on the food and method used. Dehydration is another effective preservation method. By removing moisture from foods, you inhibit the growth of bacteria and mold. Dehydrated foods can last for years and are lightweight, making them ideal for storage in small spaces. You can dehydrate fruits, vegetables, meats, and even make your own jerky. Freeze-drying is a more advanced preservation method that removes nearly all moisture from food while maintaining its structure and nutritional value. While freeze-drying equipment can be expensive for home use, you can purchase commercially freeze-dried foods that have an exceptionally long shelf life. Vacuum sealing is a great way to extend the shelf life of dry goods and frozen foods. By removing air from the storage container or bag, you reduce the risk of oxidation and freezer burn. This method works well in combination with other preservation techniques. Optimal storage conditions are crucial for maximizing the shelf life of your stored foods. Temperature is perhaps the most important factor. Most foods store best at temperatures between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Higher temperatures can accelerate spoilage, while freezing temperatures can affect the texture and quality of some foods. Humidity is another critical factor. High humidity can lead to mold growth and spoilage. Aim to store your food in areas with a relative humidity of 15% or less. Using desiccants like silica gel packets can help control moisture in your storage containers. Light exposure can degrade the quality and nutritional value of stored foods over time. Store your food in a dark place or use opaque containers to protect it from light. Now, let's discuss storage locations. A cool, dry pantry or basement can be an excellent place to start. These areas often maintain a relatively stable temperature and can be easily accessed. However, for more serious long-term storage, you might consider dedicated safe rooms or bunkers. Safe rooms are fortified areas within your home that can serve multiple purposes, including food storage. They offer protection from intruders and can be climate-controlled to maintain optimal storage conditions. Bunkers and food bunkers take this concept a step further. These are purpose-built structures designed for long-term survival scenarios. They can be built underground or above ground and are typically equipped with climate control systems, air filtration, and sometimes even independent power sources. When designing a food bunker, consider factors like accessibility, security, and capacity. Regardless of where you store your food, it's important to implement a rotation system. Use the first in, first out method to ensure you're consuming older items before they expire. Regularly inspect your stored food for signs of spoilage or damage to the packaging. In addition to food, don't forget about water storage. The general rule is to store 1 gallon of water per person per day, with a minimum 3-day supply for emergency kits and a 2-week supply for home storage. When planning your long-term food storage, consider nutritional balance. While it's tempting to focus on foods with the longest shelf life, it's important to ensure you're storing a variety of foods that can meet your nutritional needs over an extended period. In conclusion, proper long-term food storage is a vital component of emergency preparedness and self-sufficiency. By choosing the right foods, using effective preservation methods, maintaining optimal storage conditions, and selecting appropriate storage locations, you can create a robust food supply that will sustain you and your family through challenging times. Remember, the key to successful food storage lies not just in the initial setup, but in ongoing maintenance and rotation. With careful planning and attention to detail, you can ensure that you're always prepared for whatever the future may hold. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more helpful videos.